All right, enough northern misery. Let's go with some quick hits.
Let's go, Gab.
Your boy, he's back. Anthony Martial, or Tony Marshall as he's known in this country, scores a hat-trick. Pogba and Bruno and Greenwood and Martial and Rashford, all of them together on the pitch. It's showtime, especially when there's no Dean Henderson in goal. And Manchester United destroy Sheffield United 3-0. It's that easy, Jules.
It looked easy, Gab, and scoring early because Martial's first goal is after 7 minutes. Obviously made life easier for United, but we were all looking forward to see how Pogba and Bruno could play together, how they could link up as well with Rashford and Martial, and it was brilliant. I have to say, it was better than I thought it would be because it was the first game that Pogba started in September, first game he started with Bruno Fernandes. First time, obviously, you had those four together plus Greenwood on the right-hand side, and it was so efficient, it was so slick, it was so quick. Pogba playing in a deeper role as we anticipated, and Bruno far closer to Martial and Rashford, and they found each other so well. The third goal I thought was magnificent, the way Pogba found Bruno Fernandes, then to Martial, and then the 1-2 with Rashford, and a lovely, lovely finish with a little dink. I thought it was good. They will need to keep it on and continue like this, but I thought there were so many positives for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And
you okay with Dean Henderson not playing?
I think it's a stupid rule. And we saw Kubo playing against Real Madrid for Mallorca later on that day on Wednesday. In other leagues, it happens a lot. I don't know why in England it's like that. I think it's a stupid rule. I don't get it at all.
At least Manchester United didn't recall him.
Yeah, true. To be
which
fair. And Martial, first hat-trick since in the Premier League for Manchester United since Sir Alex left. In 7 years, no one has scored a hat-trick in the Premier League. It's crazy when you think about it. 7 years.
And that's the entire Premier League.
Yeah, that's the first United player to score a hat-trick in the Premier League for United.
But players at other clubs, normal clubs, have
scored. I'm talking about United players. 7 years with no one in your team, in your club.
Who's supposed to score the hat-trick apart from Rashford?
No, Rashford, Rooney,
Ibrahimovic.
I mean, you had loads of great strikers there. I don't know. By the way, is Martial's quickest to score a Premier League hat-trick than Rooney and Ronaldo.
Hey, you're listening to the Anthony Martial show.
He deserves everyone in the world to say his name properly. He's Martial, not Martial. Thank you.
Real Madrid beat Mallorca 2-0, but maybe they aren't quite looking super convincing. Eh, Jules?
Yeah, you're right. It was interesting. I thought once again Zidane put Benzema and Hazard up front, and then he had Bale on the right and Vinicius on the left, and only two in midfield with Valverde and Modric. And at times it looked like they didn't really have much control on the game, the first half especially. I thought Mallorca played really well, had the ball. I thought Real Madrid struggled at times to get that ball back. And they got to
go back to the Casemiro is Real Madrid's most important player.
No, but of course, if you play with just two in central midfield compared to three, which we usually do, you've got less control and you've got more to run to get the ball back because it's not Vinicius or Gareth Bale who would get the ball back for you. And they got a bit of help again in the first goal. Don't look at me with those eyes.
No.
It's a foul every day from Carvajal on Dani Rodriguez. It's not given. VAR doesn't even think, hey, you know what? Come and have a look. So
look, we spoke about this on Monday. Those decisions on Monday, I thought, were marginal. They all happened to go Real Madrid today, but they were marginal. This was not marginal. This was a foul. I don't think that goal should have stood at all.
Yeah. I mean,
Sergio Ramos, nice free kick.
Oh, wow, free kick. Amazing free kick. And, yeah, I don't know. They could have scored more. They might have conceded one, maybe. I mean, Courtois made a great save in the first half on Baba, I think it was. You know, I just think they keep going. Like we said, they will drop points. They have Espanyol in the next game. Barca have Celta. You know, I think it's a race that will go all down to the wire. But, yeah, you're right. It was not as easy maybe as the score would tell you. We got to see a bit of history in that game because we saw the debut of Luka Romero on the day Lionel Messi turned 33. This kid at 15 made his professional debut. And is this some kind of cosmic conversions, slash destiny thing?
This guy has a ton of hype surrounding him now. I think he's the youngest Liga player in 84 years. It's interesting because potentially he could play for 3 different countries.
Yeah.
Right? So his parents are from Argentina. He was born in Mexico, and from the age of 3, he's lived in Spain.
He's played for Argentina youth teams.
Played for Argentina. It looks like he wants to play for Argentina going forward, but Who the hell knows? Diego Costa presumably wanted to play for Brazil and did play for Brazil, but now he's magically Spanish. It's just weird seeing him because he just really looks like a kid.
I mean, he's got a dodgy haircut, but he looks so young.
I knew you were going to mention the haircut.
I mean, I have to. But you know what I love? Do you know what I love?
Maybe you're just getting old, and maybe this is what 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
This is how they cut their hair.
That's cool
maybe
with
he's
me,
an icon
Luka.
of style.
If you're listening, Luka, that's cool with me. I don't care about the hair. What I loved was that he came on for the last 10 minutes. He's a number 10. He's left-footed. He's so elegant and everything. And first ball, you thought, easy, keep it easy, just pass it back. Wherever it comes from, just pass it back. Don't take any risk. No, he controls it. Spins on himself, left foot, and then go the other side. I'm like, okay, this is it. This is what.
No, the guy's got personality. You can immediately tell that. Who knows? Let's just sit back, let the guy grow, and let's not worry about it. He is literally 15 years old.
This Arthur for Pjanic swap deal won't go away, Gab. Reports now saying that Juve will get Arthur for 80 million, that Pjanic is worth 60 or 70. I mean, come on, in which world?
I mean, look, if you're going to see... So the reports were that they agreed a deal with Barcelona to sell him to Barcelona for 80 million. Now, this deal, though, them selling him to Barcelona, them buying him from Barcelona for 80 million, is contingent on Pjanic going the other way for 70 million or 60 million or whatever it is. So it's really a Pjanic plus cash deal.
Yeah.
And it's something that's, as we've said many times, is motivated by accounting needs, the magic of amortization, the fact that, you book the income straight away and you spread out the cost over the life of the contract. I don't know. If you get the first Artur we saw at Barcelona after he moved from, was it Grêmio he was at in Brazil? Yeah. He's a good signing for Juve, and he's younger than Pjanic and whatever. You're still going to need somebody in the middle who can pass the ball. I don't know if Bentancur's ready. Doesn't solve all your problems. I don't understand what Barcelona needs Pjanic for. Maybe to fill in when De Jong's not there. I mean, great player, but hasn't been because of his age and Pjanic and Busquets in the same midfield. Come on.
And De Jong, come on. Those three can't play together in midfield.
It seems like an odd one, but you need to both clubs need to generate cash on paper, and this is how you do it. Tottenham beat West Ham 2-0 as Harry Kane scores again, but it's kind of overshadowed by this weird row between Mourinho and your boy Ndombele.
What's weird?
Because I thought they were friends again. They go break social distancing rules together. I thought they were friends again.
By the way, you know that time where they went to the park and trained, and that was against regulations and restrictions.
Ndombele didn't know Mourinho was here. Mourinho followed him from Ndombele's house.
No, it's even worse than that. And Ndombele is in his house.
It wasn't Ndombele, it was some other dude.
No. And then the bell rings. The interphone. I don't know how you call it. And
the intercom rings.
Yeah, intercom. That's it. And Ndombele goes. It's Mourinho in his tracksuit saying like, "Come down. We're gonna go for a run."
You're kidding me.
I mean, no. If you're Ndombele, what do you do? It's like, no, I'm playing PlayStation. I'm watching Netflix. I'm cooking. I can't go. Of course, you go down. You don't really know what's happening.
I have a cough, and I can't taste my food.
I've got temperature, coach. I can't come down. So
this was
strange.
I didn't realize this. This has been reported, verified.
No, I'm telling you.
This is Mourinho.
Yeah.
Mourinho goes to Ndombele's house, rings his doorbell.
Yeah.
And then goes out and gets him in trouble.
Well, and Ndombele. So Ndombele goes. Now, obviously, they're caught by some dude who took a photo, and they apologize and all of this. But that's how that happened, which is already weird.
So what's happened now?
What's happened now is that, I was told that Ndombele really thought maybe there was a fresh start and everything. Turned out that the criticism from Mourinho continued even after the pandemic when they resumed training, and he sort of exploded in a way on Monday when they had an argument, and Mourinho saying that to Ndombele, you're not ready to play. Basically, Mourinho told Ndombele, you're not fit enough. You're not ready to play. You don't put enough effort at training, which has been the main criticism from Mourinho since he took over in November.
Tanguy, if you're listening,
from Pochettino as well.
Listen, this is very clear. Tanguy, if you're listening, via Jules, I will text you Mourinho's address, and I would like you to go to his house at 6 o'clock in the morning, ring the doorbell, and say, "Come on, boss, let's go for a run. Let's go for a run."
Ndombele is like, "I don't want to play for Mourinho again." So there's an issue there. They might make peace, and it might be good again, and he might play for Spurs again under Mourinho. And before you go at me on Twitter, if that happens, this could happen. I mean, he's seen Spurs' interest, and Ndombele is on 200k a week. He's cost you 62 million euros last summer, your most expensive player ever. You don't want him to be a failure and and loan him to another club and then him flourishing in another team or whatever. So it's in everybody's interest if they can't patch up and make peace again and then work this out. Okay, this might not happen either. And clearly, if Ndombele, as stubborn as he is, like Mourinho says, like I don't want to play for Mourinho ever again, and there's no way out of this, then you will have to move him on. And then I think there will be clubs like PSG, like Bayern Munich, like Barcelona, if they can make a deal, let's say it's a 2-year loan, then with an obligation to buy, for example, then I think there will be a lot of teams quite keen on him.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.